Alright, so I saw Olivia Wilde's new movie, The Invites, and here are my thoughts. First off, if you're going to do a movie that essentially is four people in one setting, akin to Scenes from a Marriage or Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf, you really need to get the writing, the directing, and the acting absolutely right. If you're thinking to yourself, does this movie have problems? Oh, it has problems. Now, it's not a bad movie per se. It actually does have its moments. The premise of this movie is that Olivia Wilde and Seth Rogen play a couple whose marriage is on the run. They decide to invite the neighbors upstairs, who are played by Edward Norton and Penelope Cruz, because, well, they've been renovating their apartment, and, of course, upstairs, they've been fucking very fucking loud. It's not a bad premise, honestly, and initially I was annoyed by the movie, but then I was actually fascinated by what it was trying to do, presenting white privilege is a kind of unlikable, toxic thing of constant talking. The camera doing this whole Mr. Robot kind of cinematography where it's like this, you know what I mean? And I would say the first hour of this movie is actually legitimately interesting, and I was into it. Again, if you're doing a four-person in one setting movie, you really have to fucking nail it. And I think that this script needed one or two more rewrites to just get the behavioral cadences down. Also to foreshadow some of the motivations of these two couples that are revealed later in the movie. Of the four leads, I would say that three of the actors are great in this, especially Edward Norton, who is absolutely great at playing the, can I really trust this motherfucker? Olivia Wilde, the director, is not good at directing Olivia Wilde, the actor. A lot of her behavioral choices are just so phony and fake. The honest truth is that this is a movie that demands realism. Also, I was pissed off at Olivia Wilde, the director, because there's a moment late in the movie where Seth Rogen really wants to be emotionally honest and gentle and soft and reveal the pain he's been carrying all this time. And instead of actually lightening Seth Rogen and softening him, Olivia Wilde actually forces him to go, and it's like, actually, I think Seth Rogen is a far more interesting actor, and it demanded more skillful and nuanced and gentle direction, which Olivia Wilde seems incapable of. Moreover, this movie thinks it's smart about marriages, and it really isn't that smart. At times, this movie has all the subtlety of a sledgehammer, even with the twists, which resulted in me being very kind of let down by the movie in its last 30 to 40 minutes. So, should you see this movie in the theaters? I don't think so. I think you could probably stream it, and even then, there are far better movies that have this kind of dynamic, and I would say 2.5 out of 4 stars. Not like a terrible movie, but not a particularly good or great movie. It was all right.